Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson, I will teach you how to graph exponential functions. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one. So we need to sketch y is equal to 3 to the power of x and y is equal to negative 3 to the power of x. So let me just sketch y is equal to 3 to the power of x first. Now to sketch this, we simply just find a few points and then we just sketch it from there. Okay, let's start from x is equal to 0. Any numbers that power of 0 is 1. So therefore, 3 to the power of 0 is 1. So it's 1 here. Okay, we don't need to put the number on the number plane. We just locate a few points, okay, on the graph after we graphing it. So next one is when x is 1. So 3 to the power 1 is 3. So 1, 3, just roughly here. Let me just write this down. 1, 3. And this is 1. And then when x is equal to 2, that means 3 to the power of 2 is 9. When x is equal to 3, that means 3 to the power of 3 is 27. And it go increase, okay, rapidly, exponentially, if you like. So now when x is equal to negative 1, so this means that y is equal to 3 to the negative 1. So if you put down a calculator, you should get 0.3333 or 1/3, okay? Otherwise, you can use your index law. So you can bring the index down, become positive. So 1 over 3 to the power 1. But 3 to the power 1 is 3. So 1/3. So roughly here. And then it gets smaller and smaller. So when x is getting really small, and the graph will approaching to x-axis, and it's never cut the x-axis. Okay, so in another word, x-axis is the horizontal asymptote for the graph. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so let me just label this x-axis, it is y, and we know that the graph will be like this. There you go. Okay, so this is 1 here, this point here 3, and this point here 1, 3, and you can locate another point, like for example 2, 9, if you like, just roughly. So 2, 9. So there you go. This is y is equal to 3 to the power of x. Now if you want to sketch negative 3 to the power of x, so the negative here, this means that y value always negative. Okay, so in another word, negative x to the power of 3 is the reflections of x to the power of 3 about the x-axis. So it's just flip, okay, this way. So it's just like that. Okay, so let me just graph properly. Now if you do not recognize it's the reflections about the x-axis, what you can do, same process, just fill a couple points. Okay, so let me just clear this first. So let's say y is equal to negative 3 to the power of x. So when x is 0, so that means y equal negative 3 power of 0. So negative 3 power of 0 is 1. So that means the answer is negative 1. There you go. So negative 1 here. And when x is equal to 2, so that means it becomes negative 3 squared. Now, you just put down a calculator like this. 3 squared is 9. So that means the answer is negative 9. So down here somewhere, roughly. So when x is equal to 1, it's the same rule applies. So negative 3 power 1. So negative 3. So 1, 3, negative. Here somewhere, okay? And then again, when x is negative 1, so this means that, let me just write this down. So when x is negative 1, y is equal to negative 3 power of negative 1. And of course, you can just put down a calculator. Otherwise, we know that we bring this down. So become negative 1 over 3 power 1, which is 1/3, okay? But negative 1/3 is here somewhere, roughly, okay? So now we just join them up, and we know the behavior of it. The horizontal asymptote is still y is equal to 0, okay? We can ignore this dot here. So this is roughly, you can say 2, 9 here, okay? And this is 1, 3. because we don't put number on number plan. So better we just put a couple of points. Okay, so just remember that. So that's it. So let me just write this down. This is y is equal to 3 to the power of x. And this is y is equal to negative 3 to the power of x. So there you go. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How do you go? So let me go through it with you, okay? Before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into it. So let's start with y is equal to 2 to the power of x for x. Y is equal to 2 to the power of x first. And let's locate a few points. So when x is equal to 0, so that means y is equal to 2 to the power of 0. So any number that power of 0 is 1. So let's say just 1 here, okay? And when x is equal to 1, so we know that y is equal to 2 to the power 1. And any number that power 1 is equal to itself. So 2 power 1 is 2. So 1, 2 here, okay? Just roughly. And then we know that when x is equal to 3, so 2 power 3 is 8. So we know that up there somewhere. And the next point, I can just quickly write y. And the next point is when x is negative 1. So that becomes 2 to the minus 1. So 2 to the power of negative 1 is a half. Otherwise, you can just put that on your calculator. So negative 1 is a half here. And then negative 2, you should get half again, okay? And we know that when x approach to a large number, the graph is approaching to the x-axis. So that is the asymptote, okay? The horizontal asymptote, if you like. So this is the horizontal asymptote. And let me just label, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So I can just quickly sketch it like this. Because I don't put number on the number plan, so we better locate a few points. This one here is 1, 2, and this is of course 1, and this is negative 1.5. Okay, we just need a couple points, that's all. So this is y is equal to 2 to the power of x. Now let's sketch y is equal to negative 2 to the power of x. So if you recognize that, so negative 2 to the power of x is reflecting about the x-axis of the graph. Y is equal to 2 to the power of x. Okay, keep that in mind for me. So if you can, that'd be easier. You can just quickly sketch. Otherwise, you can locate a few points again. Okay, nothing wrong with that. So let's say when x is equal to negative 1, so that means y is equal to negative 2 to the power of negative 1. And put that on calculator, you should get negative a half. Okay, so negative 1, negative half. So it's roughly here. And when x is 0, so let me change that. So 0, so that becomes 2 to the power of 0. So a number power of 0 is 1. So the answer is negative 1. So 0, negative 1 here. Let me just write negative 1. And what happened when x is equal to 2, we just need to see the behavior of the graph, okay? So we can just quickly sketch it. So 2 squared is become 4. So there you go. So when x is equal to 1, let's change to 1, okay? So that becomes 1. And 2 power 1 is 2. So that is becomes negative 2. So 1, negative 2 here. And then when x is equal to 2, so minus 2 to the power of 2. So 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So negative 4. And it's somewhere here. So when x is equal to negative 2, so this becomes, let me change that. So negative 2 and negative 2. So that put that in a calculator, you should get negative a quarter. Okay, just roughly. Half is a quarter, if you like. It's just like this, the reflecting about the graph above, if you like. So now just join together. So like that. So there you go. This is the graph. So let me write down this point here, 1, negative 2. And this point here is negative 1 and negative a half. We just need to locate a couple points, okay? So this graph here is y is equal to negative 2 to the power of x. So there you go. And I hope you got it correct. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.